The pride of Payette, Idaho, 22-year-old IndyCar racer Sting Ray Robb, yes, that is his real name, made his second appearance at the Indy 500 on Sunday, and this time he excelled. It's an early highlight of his sophomore season as he continues to rise the ranks and manage the pressure at 240 miles per hour. He continues to build momentum.
Last year was a tough year for us. Not the results that we needed by any means, and I got a lot of hate for it, online and offline. But at the same time, I got to learn how to have some thick skin, and I think the same applies now. I think that it's the same mentality in success as well as defeat. We keep our head down and the goal in our focus, because at the end of the day, what people say and the way that people feel is not necessarily true. It's what we're doing that really matters, and we're going to keep doing what we're doing.
A rising star in the IndyCar series, Sting Ray Robb paid his dues in his rookie season. No wins, no podium finishes, and a year ago, his dream debut at the Brickyard was cut short with a crash on lap 92 and a 31st place finish.
As a rookie, that's really hard to kind of sit and wait the extra 364 days till you get a chance to do it again.
But that day finally came. As if there wasn't enough anticipation, a rain delay would make him wait a little bit longer for a shot at redemption.
Yeah, you said it built the anticipation for the fans. I think it built it for the drivers. Just watching how aggressive they were out there this year was unbelievable. I think that there was some pent-up tension that they were getting out on the racetrack, and it was just causing some chaos.
Despite the chaos, Robb finished all 200 laps, finishing a respectable 16th place. What really stood out was his pace.
It's funny, I was joking yesterday that it's a lot easier leading than it is being in the middle of the pack where you're under attack all the time.
Robb led the pack as late as lap 151. He ended up holding first place for 23 laps, the third most of any driver in the field.
It's a cool feeling to be able to look in the mirrors and see guys like Scotty McLaughlin and Scott Dixon and Helio Castroneves and all those guys that, legends in the sport that I've been looking up to for a long time, sitting behind me.
He shares all the success with his team. This year, he joined AJ Foyt Racing, driving the number 41 car and looking to live up to its high expectations.
Obviously, the AJ Foyt name is synonymous with winning, and so kind of filling those shoes in, which I never will. Those are way too big of shoes to fill. I get to hear stories of people that have been coming to race for 60-plus years, and AJ was their hero, and now they're getting to cheer us on, so it's pretty cool.
As he continues to progress through one of the most competitive sports in the world, mentality has proven to be just as important as technique. Robb has found a way to not only trust his process, but to enjoy it.
Trust God with my plan, even though I wanted to be super successful in my first year as an IndyCar driver and super successful in my second year as an IndyCar driver. I had to turn those plans over to him and just trust that whatever he had in store for me was going to be what was best. And so during the month of May, I got to have a lot more fun because I didn't feel that pressure as much. I got to enjoy it, trust the preparation, trust my instincts, trust the process, and just go to work.
And Joe, I love that advice there from Sting Ray. Whether you're the fastest man in Idaho or just a regular guy like us, if you want to be the best at something, you need to enjoy that process as you continue to rise the ranks. It won't all just happen at once.
That's so neat, though, because I saw him in clips of him all over social media after the Indy 500. So cool to hear from him and get that interview.
Yeah, it's always a good time to be able to talk with him. And, man, he represents the Gem State very well.
Yes, he does. All right, Sting Ray Robb, we'll keep an eye on